So this is probably going to be a hot take, but the Oscars have always sucked. It's just that when a lot of us thought the Oscars were actually enjoyable, I feel like a lot of us were young. Regardless the generation you come from, because the Oscars have been around for a while. You could be a millennial, Gen Z, whatever, whatever. I just think that at a certain point, your ass grew the fuck up. And you were just like, why am I even watching this anymore? I'm just going to put it on literally anything else. I mean, come on, man, be honest. Besides the slap, don't say that, you can't say the slap. Other than the slap, give me one amazing, hilarious, memorable moment from the Oscars that, I don't know, man, you could probably walk up to a random person and be like, hey, you remember this? And they probably will. You're going to be hard pressed to think of one. I tried before I even started this video. I was like, when was the last? I mean, sure, yeah, bro, there's been like some tiny funny moments, but nothing that even rivals what Ricky Gervais did at the Golden Globes. I still remember that like it was yesterday. That was epic. Something you'll never see at the Oscars. If we're going to talk about amazing award shows, it doesn't really get much better than the Kids' Choice Awards. I don't watch it anymore because I'm no longer a kid. I don't even know if that award show still exists. But when I was a kid, you know, we had Nickelodeon, we had Nick at Night, we had the Kids' Choice Awards for cartoons, TV series for kids, movies for kids. I mean, the whole night. It was, that shit was a blast, right? But then you grew up out of that, and then the next thing that you would have watched after the Kids' Choice Awards was the Oscars. I'll give you even another one. I don't even watch the Grammys. When was the last time y'all watched that? I guess I could say some bad things about the Grammys, but it would just be me regurgitating the same shit that Eminem has said, because I have noticed that trend as well. But aside from that, I have nothing bad to say about the Grammys. I don't need you motherfuckers to tell me what the best song was. I know my favorite song. But the Oscars is the reason why we're here. Today, we're going to be watching this video brought to us by Sir W. And it's titled, Why the Oscars Suck Now. And here's another award show. Wow, I'm starting to think that I just don't watch award shows. I don't even watch the ESPYs. You know, that award show for sporting events? I don't even watch the ESPYs. Honestly, I think the only people today that are watching award shows are the youth. But let's see why it sucks now, man. I haven't watched the Oscars in a long ass time. And I didn't even watch the Oscars where Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I tuned in after the fact because I heard about it. So let's just see what's happened in the past, I don't know, 15, 20 years. I feel that's how long it's been since I actually watched this shit.
Event of the year, and for good reason.
Ellen just being Ellen.
And equal rights for women in the United States of America.
A superstar selfie gone wild.
Oh, it's wonderful to work in a town with so many creative, talented, gorgeous, sexy women. And I have that enviable job of getting close to one of them.
People from around the world tune in to see their favorite movie stars, musicians, and celebrities all in the same spot. Just as excited as you to see their favorite movies go head to head for the Golden Man.
I'm in shock. And I'm so in love with my brother right now.
I cry a lot.
But in recent years, trashing the Oscars has become as much of a tradition as the show itself.
Total viewership was down 16% from last year's affair.
Ratings dipping to an all-time low, an estimated 23.6 million.
The second year in a row.
See, it's this, God, I hate this lady. It's this right here, man, that had me thinking that whole shit with Will Smith was fake. Because I was like, man, this just seems like something these people would do. They do something wild like that. It's staged. It drums up press. It drums up news, buzz. The internet gets set on fire. Everyone's talking about it. And then, boom, there you go. People are watching the Oscars again. And that's what I thought.
Things are getting unstable, and it seems like a lot of people agree that each change is just making things worse.
Tonight we're gonna have a gay night.
And worse.
I know. What am I doing here?
This year's Oscars ceremony was filled with historic firsts, with diversity taking center stage. But the Academy Awards was not spared.
Diversity taking center stage. Words cannot describe how much that makes me want to fucking puke.
It's easy to see why people are skeptical.
It really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
But lucky for them, this is far from
Jim Carrey saw the writing on the wall forever ago.
their first time facing imminent destruction. It's 1929. Hollywood is like the Wild West, unorganized and scary. Workers want more money, studios want to pay less of it, and commercialism is overshadowing artistry. Louis B. Mayer, the head of MGM, knows the movie industry is going to take over the world, but also realizes that first they need to clean things up a little bit. So after getting enough support, he creates the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. The Academy is successful.
Sciences. I would have been fine with the arts and crafts. Something about the word science being used for anything that y'all do, it kind of just rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, but
its mission for the most part. And not long after, they hold their first annual banquet, which Louis decides to turn into an award show. Why? Well, he says, quote, "I found the best way to handle filmmakers was to hang medals all over them. If I got them cups and awards, they'd, themselves to produce what I wanted."
And that is a good strategy, really. What he had in mind, this guy was basically exploiting the employees, the filmmakers, the actors, and all this stuff by just giving them awards and giving them this like amazing title to chase. And since everyone wants to chase it, guess what everyone's gonna do? They're gonna work their ass off. Some of them may even work for less pay. Some of them may even make a whole ass movie for free, all in the pursuit of what? An Oscar. I can dig it. What I can't dig now is the fact that we're far removed from this. Now it's just y'all get up there and y'all just give y'all's best friends awards. Who went to the most book clubs that year? Huh? Who showed up to the most PTAs that year? Who made the most donations? Who did everything immaculately for the exception of making a fucking movie? That's who y'all give the Oscar to. Who went out and gave all the proper agendas and said all the right talking points and gay, trans. Oh, that Pedro Pascal, he's doing good things for all of these communities he probably doesn't give a fuck about. We're giving him an Oscar. Does he deserve one? Is he that good of an actor? No, not really. But he has gone all around the country spouting all the stupid shit we want him to say. And that's who wins. I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. fucking Pascal didn't get an Oscar in the next 5 years. Because, I mean, dude, he's been in everything as of late. And if you put someone in 200 movies, one of those is bound to be a hit, right? Maybe? I don't know.
And honor those who went above and beyond. They give out 12 awards, and the ceremony only lasts 15 minutes. Nevertheless, it serves as a picturesque.
Godly, 15 minutes, that has since ballooned to like, it's like a 2-hour program now, right? About 2 hours? Something like that. And it may be even more award. I don't know, man. I gave up on this. I just want to see why it is the way it is now. And I'm loving that he's explaining the origins of the Academy Awards, the Academy itself, its founders. I didn't know that guy till right now.
Humble beginning. Fast forward, it's the 1950s. Hollywood is now synonymous with mainstream culture, not just in America, but all over the world.
Golly, it didn't take that long, less than 40 years, and everyone was hooked on celebrities.
So it's a big deal when in 1953, the Academy finally gives the public a way to partake in their biggest night via television broadcast technology. This once intimate 15-minute long.
I just don't even understand why they don't leave it. Do the people even get to vote for Oscars? That would make the most sense. Why don't we do that with the Oscars? Oh, because then it would be out of your hands. Oh, because then that one actress or actor that played in that one movie that all but like 7 people saw, you can't give him the Oscar. It's like, y'all wouldn't be able to give it to who y'all want to give it to if we left it up to the fans. Because really, at the end of the day, it's the fans who truly know what stood out. It's the fans who truly know what was the best movie of the year. It's the fans who truly know who gave the best performance. I don't know. The Oscars that I did see in my lifetime, a lot of the movies that I thought should have gotten awards didn't get awards. There were some movies and some actors that I feel should have been awarded, weren't even nominated. I was like, this is not it.
Giving proper recognition to people who were once just names on a screen, it also gives way to movie stars becoming public figures. These people that were once just known for being fictional characters are now real people with real thoughts and opinions.
15 years, now I know how the Republicans felt when they got there.
And the Academy Awards becomes a platform to set them free.
Good evening, Hollywood phonies.
This guy.
And I think this was in part due to our director, Fred Zinnemann, that in the last few weeks you've stood firm and you have refused to be intimidated by the threats of Zionist hoodlums.
We live in the time.
Oh, wow. I forget that the Oscars existed before I was born sometimes. And for the Academy Awards, and I never saw that. Did you hear the crowd? Holy.
Time where we have fictitious election results that elects a fictitious president. Shame on you. And anytime you've got the Pope and the Dixie Chicks against you.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Wait, hold on.
Results that elects a fictitious president. Shame.
Yo, what was this? Who was the president? Who were the candidates? See, here I was thinking that celebrities getting on stage and spouting off ridiculous nonsense was specific to my generation. Oh, how naive I was. It's just how these people fucking are. That's it. That's it. They've always been this way, man, from the very beginning. Before social media, before the internet, before all of it, they've always been this way. You get to see these people now. Back in the day, there was no internet. There was no social media. These people couldn't tell you how they felt. And because they couldn't tell you how they felt, you didn't know how stupid they were. But once they started telling you their thoughts and their beliefs and what they think and who they are as people, you come to realize that, man, these people are just fucking clowns, man. Literally, they're just clowns, just acting.
On you, and anytime.
This guy pissed off everybody. I would love to know the context. If anyone can give me that in the comment section.
You've got the Pope and the Dixie Chicks against you.
You got the Pope and the Dixie Chicks against you. This must have been George Bush. Dixie Chicks, they got canceled for saying some shit about the president.
It's a recipe for disaster. But compared to what's boiling under the surface, these antics don't even leave a scratch. In the 1990s, one name penetrates all of Hollywood deal-making.
The other guy that we really...
Was that Harvey Weinstein just now? What did you say in the what?
Scratch. In the 1990s, one
1990s.
Name penetrates all.
I did not watch Oscars in the 1990s, and if I did, it was fleeting because I was simply just sitting in the living room while my parents watched it. And you know what? Interestingly enough, after a certain point in my parents' life, even they stopped watching the Oscars. And to this day, if I asked them, "Hey, you gonna watch the Oscar?" which I would never. But if I did, they'd look at me like I was stupid.
The other guy that we really need to thank, though, is Harvey Weinstein.
Yep,
I just want to congratulate
the Mashbuka Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Look how many people kissed his ass over the years, and he turned out to be a fucking monster, huh? He was a monster the whole time. You think Harvey Weinstein just all of a sudden one day decided that he was going to be the most despicable man in Hollywood? No. That man was a monster his entire tenure in Hollywood. Until he got kicked out. He was a monster the whole time. And look at all these fake ass people saying good things, saying nice things, kissing his ass, right? Either because they want a job or because they're afraid of him. And then a couple years later, they want to cry wolf. Harvey's the devil. Harvey's so bad. Harvey's awful. It didn't stop you from accepting $15 million from him, though, right? Via that movie role? Right. And I'm not talking about just the women. I'm talking about the men. And some of y'all sell y'all's fucking soul just for a movie role. And then when it's time to pay the piper, you want to get on national TV and play the victim. Oh, it was that person. Really? Because you didn't have to take the job. You didn't have to take that role. You didn't have to meet with Harvey. And some of you are so rich, you don't even have to make another movie. So just fake, disingenuous bastards, man.
Sometimes I call him Jennifer. It's a pet name.
But he quickly makes himself infamous as someone not willing to respect boundaries, someone who will do anything it takes to get his way.
Thank you for killing whoever you had to kill to get me up here today.
He turns the Oscars into a fierce battleground, where you only play fair if you want to lose.
He hired Israeli spies to follow you and other reporters around. That's insane.
Sure, everyone wants to win an Oscar, but up to this point, no one...
Look, I'm not doubting that Harvey Weinstein is not a fucking monster, man. It's just like, so many of you people made deals with this man, knowing good and well that he was the devil. And y'all still shook his hand anyways. For what? Money, fame, fortune, notoriety, status. That's why people don't respect y'all. Harvey Weinstein pulled the remainder of that curtain up. and everyone saw y'all for what y'all were.
Every year, the viewership and public reception is largely based on the nominees for Best Picture. And this year, everyone's favorite contender is Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan. It's a culture-changing global phenomena, with box office numbers to match.
Many of those most affected by the scenes of D-Day are men who were actually on the scene.
The most realistic war movie I ever saw. People were being blown apart.
And would you look at that?
At the time, bro, it was one of the most, I agree.
Romantic comedy.
Meet young Will Shakespeare.
And the Oscar goes to Shakespeare in Love.
That's how you know the Oscars are bullshit this year. That year, every year, all years, really, for the most part. How did Saving Private Ryan not win that? What were the fucking choices again? Hold on. Elizabeth, Shakespeare in Love, Life is Beautiful, The Thin Red Line, and Saving Private Ryan. Guys, I haven't seen any of those fucking movies except for Saving Private Ryan.
Shakespeare in Love.
Even Harrison Ford looked disappointed. Look at him.
Shakespeare in Love.
Look at his face. He's like, is that really what it says? I hope I'm having a stroke.
Eventually, all of it comes to light, but that doesn't matter. The damage is already done. Harvey's victory in 1999 is proof that with the right mix of strategy, money, and manipulation, you can win an Oscar. Now everyone has the secret formula, and it doesn't take long for this to have a noticeable effect.
So basically, make a movie and just start kissing ass to all the right people. Make sure you deliver them their gift baskets. Make sure you tickle their nutsack. And then there you go. You got your trophy. That's fun, isn't it?
As the new millennium arrives, the ceremony's less about celebrating movies and more about getting awards for the sake of it. In fact, there's so many awards that the length of the show becomes an issue.
3 hours, tell me why.
3? I thought that I was going overboard with 2. I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have said 2. They're going to tell me in the comment section that I'm stupid, that it's just like 1 hour or like an hour and a half. 3?
Because these types of movies are bad in any way, but because they pressure movie makers into worrying about checking off boxes, rather than just making a good movie. With the exception of the acting categories, even then to an extent, the Oscars are 100% becoming more critically friendly than audience friendly. But trust isn't the only thing the Academy is losing. In the year 2000, 46 million people tune into the show. But after that, viewership starts to steadily decline. In response, they try expanding Best Picture category from 5 nominees to 10 nominees.
Best Picture category from 5 to 10. You're just making the show longer. And I think that's a contributing problem. Okay, out of all the movies here that I see worthy, I like Wall-E, but Oscar? Not really. We already talked about Benjamin Button. Slumdog Millionaire was good. Oscar, though? And then I haven't seen anything else. Dark Knight, man, because Heath Ledger. My God. So good.
If people think their favorite movies stand a fighting chance, they'll be more likely to watch. It turns out that's not the case. If anything, The Dark Knight losing to another so-called Oscar bait movie.
At least Heath Ledger got his. I can't believe The Dark Knight didn't. One, I can't believe The Dark Knight didn't get it. And 2, I can't believe The Dark Knight lost to this. I mean, Slumdog Millionaire was good. I saw it. I actually saw this movie for the first time when I was deployed. I bought it from a Haji shop for like $3. It was a bootleg DVD. But it doesn't matter because the fans know what the superior film is at the end of the day. Hollywood can pat itself on the back for the rest of time, but that doesn't matter because you're just blowing smoke up your own ass. Reality dictates that Dark Knight was the superior film.
For the next 2 shows, they try having 2 hosts to, quote, mix tradition with freshness, and neither of them go very well.
And right there in the front is Meryl Streep. Wow.
We were just talking about you. What a memorable threesome.
Nobody, like...
It used to be, you get...
You know, y'all are so lame and dumb that you missed the golden opportunity to high five. Instead, y'all shook hands like some goobers. Have y'all never heard of the Eiffel Tower? Threesome? Are you kidding me? Steve, maybe not. He's old. He comes from a time where women didn't shave. But Baldwin, Alex, whatever the hell your name is. You don't know the Eiffel. Come on, man. You and your brothers are degenerates. How do you not know? Like, man, that's just disappointing. I would have stopped watching right there.
In 2011 with James Franco, we sucked.
However, the following year they get Billy Crystal, the same host from the year 2000 when viewership was at its peak. And things actually return to normal. For a second. It turns out this is just the eye of the storm.
The
lack
Lord.
of racial
That dropped hella bad.
diversity among tonight's Oscar nominees has provoked a lot of controversy.
Online political activists.
Or are y'all provoking all the controversy so that you can stoke media attention for your dying show? I believe that's the case.
Hits Hollywood hard, and the Academy is no exception.
For the second year in a row, the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite made the rounds on social media.
Oh, I remember this. While I don't watch these award shows, guys, I am on the internet a lot. I see things. I mean, even if you're not on the internet as much as me, you still have a phone that you get on YouTube sometimes, either when you're taking a shit right before you go to bed, or you see things, right? And I remember seeing this. It reminds me of a certain instance where someone, it was like this black dude was he was from Scotland or something. He was from a country that was like predominantly white as fuck, all right? And he was complaining that there was lack of diversity in everything. And I'm just like, well, yeah, dude, 93% of your country is white. Of course there's not going to be much diversity. Look where you live. This right here is just a case of stirring up bullshit for the sake of stirring up bullshit. You do something divisive and you do something with shock value, and of course the internet's going to talk about you. Of course you're going to be the talk of the town. Of course people are going to discuss, right? But again, this is just a half-hearted attempt to retain viewership. It's fleeting. It's not going to last, right? So whenever this blows over, and it will, because that's how it happens, you're going to go back to losing viewers.
Begging for acknowledgement diminishes dignity.
Oh man, isn't that rich? The word dignity coming from Jada Pinkett Smith. Girl, I don't even think you know the definition of the word dignity. Are you for real? Let's and let's not get it twisted. Y'all all beg for acceptance. Y'all all beg for acknowledgement. Look at what your husband's doing today. Oh, he is just pathetically begging for attention and acknowledgement and praise. Because that's what y'all all do. But y'all don't want to be seen as these soulless, vapid creatures that have no depth to your character. Instead, what do? You do stupid shit like this.
What I get from Jada Smith is, you're mad because your man wasn't nominated.
As far as the Academy is concerned, their reasoning for not going doesn't matter. But celebrity attendance does. To address the problems, they promised to up the amount of diversity in the Academy.
In 2016, the people who run the Oscars committed to doubling the number of people of color and the number of women within its...
But see, here's the thing, man. Here's where people find such a big issue with this, is because Mr. W said it already, but it's not even about the movies anymore. It's about filling a certain quota, checking off a certain box. And that begs the question, if you're filling quotas and checking boxes for non-white people and women, where are the actors? How many of these people even deserve to be there? They don't. So when you have a room full of people that don't deserve to be there, that shouldn't be there, what's going to happen? Who's going to start winning these awards? What? You're going to invite all these non-whites and all these women and not give them anything? Shit. And this is just so annoying because this basically says that you don't have to be a good actor. You don't have to make a good film. You just have to be not a white dude and a woman. Like, can you imagine if we did that shit for special forces in the military? Like, man, I'm sick of all these fucking dudes. All these white dudes in special forces. I'm sick of it. We need to replace them with non-white dudes and women. What's going to happen to our special forces, ladies and gentlemen? It'll still be special forces. It'll just be very special. And I'm so glad that I brought up special forces because it reminds me of something that David Goggins said. David Goggins is a Navy SEAL, was a Navy SEAL, whatever, right? And he told a story about how he went to the recruiter's office one time, and he told the recruiter that he wanted to be a Navy SEAL. And the recruiter said, son, there's only been so-and-so amount of black Navy SEALs. And the amount, it was a very small number. So let's just say it was 5. David Goggins said, well, good. I'm about to be number 6. He didn't cry, he didn't bitch, he didn't moan, he didn't write his congressman that there's not enough black dudes in the Navy SEALs. No. He put in the work, he put in the effort, and he did it. And he made it. And he achieved his goal. And that just begs the question, why can't y'all do the very same thing in a career path that is 50 million times easier than being a Navy SEAL? Why? Why can't y'all put in the effort? Why can't y'all try? Why do y'all have to demand that things are given to you? That's why no one likes you. That's why no one watches, because it's all fake. It's all a show. It's just a facade, man.
Membership ranks.
For the 2016 awards, they promise a more diverse group of nominees, and they get Chris Rock to host.
Let's do this.
The public is very divided about their response.
And the 2016 Oscar nominations are in, but unfortunately, they're just as white as they were last year.
I don't see racism in our business. I've never seen it.
You know, the Oscar membership is mainly old white men, you know. That's the fact of it.
You can't vote for an actor because he's black.
Our industry is probably the least racist in the world.
Do you believe that black actors should boycott the Oscars this year?
Well, you can't boycott what you're not invited to anyway.
Now, let me confess.
Well, why are y'all not invited? The Oscars are for movies, right? So let's just say that year, Denzel Washington doesn't make a movie. So if they go a whole year and not make a movie, should they be invited to the Oscars for an award? No. For what? I'm sure they could still go if they just wanted to go and watch. If you didn't make a movie, why would you go? And if your movie wasn't good, why would you be nominated? It just doesn't make any sense. And why should it be up to the white academy to make it to where there's more of you? Shouldn't that be up to you? Shouldn't that be up to you to put in the work to make it into that room? Instead of just like bitching and complaining and saying, I'm not gonna go unless I get my way. I'm not gonna go unless I know I'm gonna win. It's not how it... What?
And Chris Rock even threatening to drop out at one point. They move forward with the show, and the night finally arrives. But Chris decides to address the elephant in the room head on.
This is the wildest, craziest Oscars to ever host, because we got all this controversy. No black nominees. And people are like, Chris, you should boycott. Chris, you should quit. You know, how come it's only unemployed people that tell you to quit something, huh? So I thought...
He was talking about them. And it went right over their head.
A lot of people watched the Oscars last night, just not as many as last year.
Academy Awards plunged to a record low.
Heading towards blackness.
The only way I could describe these next few years is complete chaos.
All black.
Well, where's Amy? Amy's supposed to be Serena.
I'm right here.
Wait, what the hell?
I've come with a bit of bad news. As you know, everyone here has been tested for COVID, but you just have to do some quick emergency testing backstage. Don't worry.
One day they could have 3 hosts.
All black.
Three.
Florida, we're gonna have a gay night.
And the next day, none at all.
Big question tonight involving the Oscars. Who will host? Well, possibly no one. The Academy Awards is without a host since Kevin Hart stepped down after he was pressed to apologize over homophobic comments he made in the past.
But then
I remember that it was on his Twitter or something, and that just goes to show you the intestinal fortitude of Kevin Hart.
Like a star on the verge of death. A bang. Whether the Will Smith slap was good or bad for the Oscars is entirely up to you.
I was sickened by...
It's bad. Because it's very bad. Because that was the highest point of the Oscars. Wasn't that the highest? That was the pinnacle. And when you reach the top, and there's only one place you can go. And what I mean by that is that the Oscars, unless they plan it, and unless they fake it, will never have another moment like that Will Smith moment ever, unless they fabricate it. Which, to be honest, I can't believe they haven't resorted to doing that yet. Honestly, I'd be down if you just got the director of 2 movies and you just had them bare knuckle box on stage, and whoever wins, that's who gets the Oscar for the movie. Are you willing to fight for your film, sir? I'd watch that. See Martin Scorsese going up against Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan beats that ass, but still, I'd watch that.
The standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless.
That slap was many years in the making right there.
Denzel and
How is that many years in the making? Well, you're not wrong. It probably was many years in the making, because for years he probably wanted to hit Jada, but he couldn't because he knew that the backlash would be worse than hitting Chris Rock. And you know Jada, she'll milk the fuck out of it too. Will's not about to hit her. No, he's about to hit some other poor soul that has to feel his wrath because he's too much of a fucking pussy to put his wife in check.
Bradley Cooper and Tyler Perry having to calm you down. I mean, damn, come on, bro.
Will Smith actually used to live behind my house.
But as far as the Academy is concerned, it's the best thing that could have happened.
Did not know that this.
I don't know. I think it's the worst thing that could have happened, dude, because what's happened with the Oscars since then? Does anybody know? Does anybody care to venture a guess? I don't fucking know. So I'm telling you, they were never going to reach another peak like that.
Shit was going to be the most exciting Oscars ever. Okay, Will and Chris, we're going to solve that like family at the gold party.
Diddy's going to solve everything at the party.
Diddy was a host? I didn't know that.
He'll get rid of some of the friction between you guys with
1,000 bottles of Diddy baby oil.
Maybe this is AI. Did he really host? I don't know.
But right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
There's lots of...
Oh, no. This is real. I didn't see past the slap. I didn't know that Diddy went on stage and started talking.
Speculation on what could have caused him to walk up there. But one thing's for sure. Now all eyes are on the Oscars. This is the moment the Academy's been waiting for. And it just so happens to be perfect timing. The next year is packed with popular nominees. You have Avatar, Elvis, and Top Gun. Who doesn't like Top
Gun was fire.
Gun? Oh my goodness, it's working.
Why are you like this, Tom?
And 2024, well...
Oppenheimer was fire.
Some people were mad when Barbie lost Best Picture to Oppenheimer.
What do you mean? That's the best thing that could have happened. Fucking really? Barbie? Oh God.
But nevertheless, viewership is trending upward, and Conan O'Brien just announced he's going to be hosting next year.
In true Conan fashion, the host also filmed a hilarious video for the Academy's Instagram.
I'm an Oscar winner.
So subscribe and let me know. Do you think this is going to be the revival the Academy's hoping for?
No. I don't know what's with that trend upwards, but give it time. It'll go right back down. It'll go right back down because these types of people don't learn from their mistakes. And now that they have Twitter and Instagram at their fingertips, they're too far gone. They were already out of their minds years ago before the internet existed. But post-internet, post-social media, and post the cell phone, these people are flat out delusional about themselves and about their industry. Let's read some comments. Amelia Perez being nominated for 13 Oscars just shows how much of a joke that show is. I don't even know who Amelia Perez is. The Oscars have no audience because people don't care about celebrities anymore. Once they showed, thanks to social media, how ignorant and self-involved they are and how they keep telling us that they know better than people who actually live in the real world, I'm out. See? These people have always been idiots. But thanks to social media, now the whole world knows that they're idiots. It reminds me of that one scene from Coach Carter. Coach Carter hands the players their progress reports for school, and one of the players is failing science, and Worm, the little funny black guy on the team, he starts laughing, and the dude that's failing science, he's like, "What's so funny?" He's like, "Well, the media's outside, and we got to go talk to the media." And it used to be to where it was just us that knew that your ass was dumb at science. Now the whole world's about to know that your dumb ass is failing science. That's what that reminds me of, really. man. These people have always been stupid, and they expose themselves for the world to see. I think that what the Oscars should do is they should focus on young, impressionable people. If the Oscars think that they are going to be able to reach and retain viewership from the ages of 35 and over, they've lost their mind. Truly, they've lost the plot completely. They might want to focus on the youth, man, between the ages of 15 and 25. I feel like that is their target demographic because I feel like those are the only types of people that give a shit. Maybe focus on that. Maybe stop trying to lecture us millennials and boomers and all of us old cats that have been around for a while and we actually know how the world works. Y'all are just living in fucking la la land. So yeah, there's that. All right, cool. I'll catch y'all later.